If you've been around my channel for any period of time, then you probably know that I love 1983's The Keep. And now, having said that, I also fully acknowledge the fact that it's a little messy. But when you take into account that the movie represents less than half of director Michael Mann's original vision, well, there you go. Mann's cut of the movie came in at a whopping 3.5 hours in length. A runtime that the brass at Paramount said, nuh-uh to. The fact that the movie had gone drastically over schedule and budget didn't help. Having greenlit the movie before the script based on F. Paul Wilson's best-selling novel had even been completed leads me to believe that Paramount was expecting a more straightforward genre movie than an epic avant-garde adult fairy tale, which is what The Keep ultimately is. The film was subsequently cut down to 120 minutes and then later 95 minutes after unfavorable test screenings, or more like 90 minutes if you don't count the closing credits. Because of this, Michael Mann disowned the movie, and to the best of my knowledge has not uttered a word about it publicly since. F. Paul Wilson also disowned the movie, although he did so very publicly. The Keep is an oddity in Michael Mann's filmography, best known for hard-boiled, noirish crime dramas like Thief, Manhunter, and Heat, and the most 80s TV series of the 80s, Miami Vice. The Keep was Michael Mann's attempt to tackle the fantastical, good versus evil, set against the backdrop of World War II. The movie failed miserably with critics and at the box office, only to gain a cult following thanks to home video and television airings. For the longest time, the movie was trapped on tape and laserdisc, eventually becoming a favorite in bootlegging circles. However, last year Vinegar Syndrome set The Keep free on 4K, and this year, Imprint Films has done the same. But they went big. Real big with this one. This release I've had my eye on for a while, and my goodness, it is absolutely exquisite. This is easily one of the most stunning physical releases I have ever seen, and it is truly not only a love letter to the movie, but to fans of the movie. I am honestly just blown away by this release, but more on it later. First, let's take a journey into The Keep, the movie. Then we'll do a deep dive on this beauty. The movie, from a technical perspective, is the definition of cinema. Visually, it is a feast, with sumptuous cinematography, lighting, set, and costume design. The movie looks and feels like a fever dream. There's a haze that permeates nearly every frame, either from fog or smoke or a combination thereof. And icy wind howls both inside and out of the Keep, which is a huge presence in the film itself. The Keep doesn't look like your typical Gothic castle, but rather a maze-like prison, cold and gray and oppressive, the stone walls lined with over 100 silver crosses. To say this film is atmospheric is an understatement. The Keep should be shown in film schools as a master class on aesthetics. When you combine the dreamlike visuals with the haunting and equally dreamlike score from Tangerine Dream, the film takes on this wholly immersive and otherworldly quality. Another dreamlike quality about The Keep is the story itself. It's not the easiest to follow, but I think it's been unfairly called nonsensical. And again, a lot of that can be chalked up to the fact that over half of the movie hit the cutting room floor. All you really need to know about the plot is that a group of German soldiers, while occupying a keep in the desolate mountains of Romania, have unleashed an ancient evil that is feeding off of them like a vampire. The more it feeds, the more powerful it becomes. The cast is stacked from top to bottom. Ian McKellen, Scott Glenn, Jürgen Prochnow, Robert Prosky, and Gabriel Byrne all deliver strong performances, Prochnow in particular. And anyway, The Keep isn't a movie that you just simply follow, so much as you allow it to guide you. And the places it takes you to aesthetically, you won't forget. Sure, you could call The Keep style over substance. Unfortunately, we'll likely never know just how much substance we lost in the edit, as that footage appears to be lost. But the style of The Keep, the atmospherics, the photography, and the score are all quite substantial in and of themselves. And speaking of substantial, just get a load of this. This is Imprint's The Keep Cross Replica Limited Edition release, which includes a 4K, 2 Blu-rays, and the soundtrack CD. First things first, let's open this baby up. I don't think the camera does this release justice. I really can't tell you just how stunning it is in person. This is the premium hardbox with original artwork. In the light, you can see all of those spot gloss crosses appear on the front and back. This release features a replica cross, meticulously reproduced from an original cross taken from the set of the film, cast in zinc alloy and weighing 600 grams. The removable cross is nestled in the front cover of the premium hardbox, and just have a look at this thing. My goodness. The box opens like so, revealing all the goodies within. We get a full-color matte laminated 27x40 folded print of the original poster. We get a reprint of the official 5-issue comic series by F. Paul Wilson and Matthew Smith. There is a reproduction of the original 1983 press kit. We get a reproduction of the original 1983 lobby cards. Here we have a hardcover booklet featuring 80 pages of photographs, original production material, brand new essays, and a reprint of the 1984 Fangoria article. We get a reprint of the first draft of the script. A 3D lenticular hard case houses all 4 discs. Disc 1 is the 4K. Disc 2 is a Blu-ray which contains a number of new and archival extras. Disc 3, also a Blu-ray, contains the all-new feature-length documentary, A World War II Fairy Tale, The Making of Michael Mann's Keep, along with some other new extras, all of which I'll go into later. And there is the soundtrack CD from Tangerine Dream. Imprint also provided this custom-made PVC anti-scratch transparent display case with the release. How cool is that? When it comes to image quality, there were moments in this 4K presentation that absolutely blew me away. Colors are incredibly vivid, including sunsets, Molazar's eyes, the laser effects used in the movie, all pop big time. There's a high level of detail present. For instance, at the beginning of the film, there's a close-up of Jürgen Prochnow face, and you can see every line and every pore in his face, just as if you were sitting next to him. The black levels give all of the darkness inside the keep wonderful depth, and even during some of the darkest scenes, the grain levels were never disruptive. There were a couple of moments during some of the darker scenes inside the keep where characters' faces looked really pink, and there was one instance where it appears as though maybe they had digitally enhanced the image to brighten it, which made some of the characters' faces practically glow. Well, not practically, they did glow. When it comes to audio, we get a LPCM stereo track. There is a message at the beginning of the presentation noting that there were some difficulties with the audio restoration. For the most part, the audio sounded great though. It was clear, it was full-bodied, it was just as immersive as the visuals. And the audio complements the Tangerine Dream soundtrack extremely well. However, there were some moments where the dialogue was difficult to decipher over the other sounds, but those instances were few and far between. Overall, I'd give the picture quality on this release a 5 out of 5 and the audio quality a 4.5 out of 5. Now, when it comes to extras, hold on to your butts. First up, we have A World War II Fairy Tale, The Making of Michael Mann's The Keep. It is 1 hour, 29 minutes, and 48 seconds in length. It includes interviews with F. Paul Wilson, Gavin McFadden, Ray Corbett, Gene Kirkwood, Kate Robinson, William Morgan Shepherd, John Ellis Roberts, Nick Alden, as well as archival interviews with Michael Mann, John Box, Ian McKellen, Scott Glenn, Jürgen Prochnow, Gabriel Byrne, Alberta Watson, and many more. This is a fascinating documentary covering all aspects of the making of The Keep with lots of great behind-the-scenes footage. And I actually wish it were longer and had gone into the film's cult status, Michael Mann disowning it, Wilson's thoughts on the movie today, and so on. But this is a great, great feature-length making of documentary. Next, we have Warman Man on Fire, an interview with Jürgen Prochnow. It's 30 minutes and 21 seconds in length. Mr. Prochnow discusses being hesitant about playing another German soldier after Das Boot and not wanting to be typecast growing up in Germany post-World War II, working with Michael Mann, the locations and sets, how important the keep was to his life and his career. Next, we have Into the Darkness on location in Wales, in which a number of cast and crew and locals discuss working down in the slate quarry where the exteriors of the keep were shot, the myriad of difficulties that arose working down there, as well as other locations, and more. It's 25 minutes and 50 seconds in length. Next, we have The Mystery of the Keep, which includes archival interviews with Michael Mann, Professor of Film Studies Jonathan Rayner, film critics Alan Jones and Scott Foundas, and film scholar Ian Christie. It's 30 minutes and 27 seconds in length. Next, we have My Keep, Passion and Desire, an interview with a World War II fairy tale co-director, producer Stefan Peiter. It's 18 minutes and 53 seconds in length. Mr. Peiter, who is also a very gifted artist, discusses how powerful an experience it was seeing the keep for the first time, his work as a special effects makeup artist, the film's troubled production, its cult status, the films and filmmakers it inspired, and more. Next, we have The Making of the Keep from the Electric Theater Show in 1983. It's 25 minutes and 35 seconds in length. It features behind-the-scenes footage and on-set interviews with Michael Mann, John Box, Morgan Shepherd, Gabriel Byrne, Jürgen Prochnow, Ian McKellen, and others. Next, we have On the Set of the Keep from the Electric Theater Show in 1983. It's 25 minutes and 14 seconds in length. Next, we have An Evil Most Ancient, the makeup effects of the keep with prosthetics artist Nick Maley from 2024. It's 24 minutes and 35 seconds in length. Mr. Maley discusses how ambitious Michael Mann's vision was and how difficult it was to meet his vision, designing Molazar in his various forms, designing the bodies of the dead soldiers, the film's cult fandom, and more. Next, we have Something is Murdering My Men, Riding the Keep with author F. Paul Wilson from 2024. It's 24 minutes and 1 second in length. Mr. Wilson discusses what inspired him to write the keep. He describes who and what Molazar is, some key differences between the novel and the movie, visiting the set but not being impressed with the script, taking the failure of the movie personally, but he admits that he has mellowed a bit when it comes to the movie over the years. Next, we have Other Sounds for Other Worlds, the music of the keep, with Tangerine Dream's Johannes Schmoling from 2024. It's 11 minutes and 13 seconds in length. Mr. Schmoling discusses joining Tangerine Dream, meeting Michael Mann, and scoring Thief, and then the keep, and how instrumental Mann was in their success, and more. Next, we have Out of the Darkness, Producing the Keep with producer Gene Kirkwood from 2024. It's 6 minutes and 58 seconds in length. He discusses loving the book, Paramount greenlighting the movie before the script was even completed, the film finding an audience years after its release, and more. Next, we have Recover the Mindset, a video essay by Blake Howard. It's 21 minutes and 28 seconds in length. We get a picture gallery, an alternate ending from the TV version, which is interesting, the theatrical trailer, a VHS trailer, and a radio spot, and we get 3 audio commentaries. The first with author Troy Howarth and film historians Eugenio Ercolani and Nathaniel Thompson. The second with F. Paul Wilson, David J. Scow, and Douglas E. Winter. And the third with documentarian Stephen Buck, art director Alan Tompkins, and photographer Graham Atwood. I really cannot say enough about this release from Imprint. It's just, wow. I am so happy to be able to add it to my collection. This is without doubt the ultimate release for the keep. This is the release that fans have been wanting for so long. If you are a hardcore fan of the keep, you need this. Let me know your thoughts on the keep down in the comments section below. If you like this video, please leave it a thumbs up and share it on social media. If you're not following me on social media, those links are in the description. As always, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope everybody out there is having a great, safe, healthy, and happy Halloween season. Take care, and until next time, peace.
What are you? Where do you come from? man from you.
A huge thank you to all my patrons and channel members for your generosity and support. Become a patron today and get early access to videos, have a say in what content appears on my channel, join me for monthly live streams, exclusive watch parties, and more. Become a channel member today and get access to exclusive badges and emotes to use when I stream, as well as members-only watch parties. Both those links are in the description.
Say hello to the internet, Jeremy.
Hello to the internet.